welcome back to our children's virtual program, Book Tasting. Our new book for this week is called Final Season by Tim Green. Ben Reed has football in his blood. With his two older all-star brothers and their NFL dad being football royalty, it was only natural that sixth-grade quarterback Ben follow in their footsteps. Gifted with speed and a rocket arm, Ben has his sights set on the NFL, and his chance to shine is on the horizon, especially with a championship game against the tough rival team, Penn Yan. But when his dad receives awful news that his dad has an incurable disease called ALS, no doubt triggered by those hard hits he took on the field, the whole family is turned upside down. Now Ben's mom is determined to get Ben to quit football for good. Ben isn't playing just for himself though. This might be his dad's last time ever as a coach, and Ben's lively teammates, including the new girl on the team, Thea, need a quarterback who can lead them to victory. He can't and he won't give up, but as Ben struggles on the field from the pressures of winning, and as he watches the heavy toll ALS is taking on his dad, he begins to question if this will truly be his final season. Drawing from his own experience, both with the NFL and with his ALS diagnosis, New York Times bestselling author and former Atlanta Falcons player Tim Green highlights the importance of family, community, and the love of football while also cautioning against the risks of the beloved sport. Alright, so as always, I'll be reading the first few pages. Sleepovers made Ben throw up. There is nothing to be nervous about. With an effortless flick of his arm, Ben's older brother Rich zipped a football at him. It spun so fast that the laces whistled. You need to expand your horizon in Ben's hands, and he winced on the inside as he caught it. What horizons did you have at 12? He said with a salty edge in his voice. You're dropping your elbow. You gotta keep it up. Rich flashed his smile and took a few easy steps towards Ben, holding his arm and pointing to his elbow before he launched himself into a full sprint. Ben turned and took off. He made it halfway across the lawn before Rich tackled him from behind. Do you have horizons, huh? Yeah? Rich pinned him to the grass and dug his thumb into Ben's armpit. Okay, stop, okay. Ben thrashed and howled with laughter. Okay, what? Rich wiggled his thumb deeper and deeper. Okay, I have horizons. Rich rolled off of him and lay his back on the grass. Ben caught his breath. Giant puffy clouds littered the blue sky. It was the perfect day. School had ended just last week, and the months of July and August lay in front of him like two giant chocolate cakes, each a slice of treasure unto itself. I told you I'll come get you if you need me to. You text me and I'll be there, I promise. Rich tore a handful of grass from the lawn and tossed it so it landed on Ben's face. This way you don't get nervous and you don't, have an issue. Ben sputtered and spit up the grass as much as he could before returning the favor. You're an issue. Rich made a grab at him, but Ben slipped out of reach and quickly got behind a clump of sharp-needled juniper bushes that he kept between them by dodging this way and that. Okay, I'm being serious now, Rich silently surrendered and picked up the football, backed up, and zipped into Ben. Do this thing. Tell your friends before you even go that I may need you to cover me with Dad so that I can stay out late with his G-Wagon. So he won't mind me using it. That way, if you do want to bail, no one knows but you and me. No questions asked. Ben narrowed his eyes and fired a perfect spiral. No questions. Rich rubbed some dirt off the ball on the front of his UFC football t-shirt. You just text me, bailing, and I'm pulling up in 5 minutes. 5? Ben scowled. Rich threw the ball back. It's a 3-minute drive to town. Jessica and I will be right here watching a movie. Keep your elbow up higher this time. Why do you care if I sleep over or not? Ben made sure his elbow was up as he released the ball. Hey, that's it. Rich caught the pass, grinning. Circle of truth. Dad babies you too much. Their dad was a former NFL defensive lineman, and now an attorney and author who had written a couple books. He was quick to smile, and he smiled a lot, but he could always become a raging thunderstorm in the blink of an eye. He never got that way with Ben, though. His 4 older siblings seemed to delight in pointing out how he was babied because he never saw the wrath of their father directed at him. Ben's insult was all Rich needed to hear. He turned and began to walk away. What he hadn't told Rich was that Ryan Woodley would be there, and when Ryan was at a sleepover, trouble was never far behind him. If he said that now, it would look like an excuse. Hey, get back here. We just got your elbow right. Ben didn't slow down. See, just what I said. If I ever walked away from Dad, he would have lifted me up off my feet by the collar and carried me back. Rich had a temper too, and he was letting it show. Well, you're not Dad. Ben picked up his pace because he knew that he was in danger of having a football thrown at him. Rich had been an all-star quarterback with a full scholarship to the University of Central Florida. A handful of injuries had prevented his college football career from ever taking off, and now he was home going to law school. The ball stayed in Rich's hand, and Ben made it inside the house unscathed. He fell onto the couch and took out his phone. Rich wasn't far behind. Don't even tell me you're calling Mom. You gotta toughen up. I'm texting Tuna, okay? Ben held up his phone so his brother could see. Tuna was Anthony Tonelli, built like a barrel with feet. Kids had taken to calling him Two-Ton Tony, but Tony's personality was as big as the rest of him, and he began calling himself Tuna, which everyone thought was hilarious, to tell him I'm coming over tonight. What Ben still didn't say was that he was pretty sure that with Ryan Woodley there, the night would end in trouble. His stomach got queasy just thinking about it. Alright, and I am ending it there. That was the first chapter of the final season. If you are interested in this book, it is available in the children's collection. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next week for a new book.